All right, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to VR Master League here on Channel 1. We are about ready to go with your first match of, well, the third stream rather, of the evening here for the EU side of things. We had a couple Blast matches earlier on. Now we got a couple Typhon matches about to start off here today. On the casting end of things, even though you can't see us yet for some reason, I'm Palidore, and there's Luke. Oh, and that's also not what I wanted. 1 second. This is gonna work perfectly. Abracadabra, alakazam. Okay, Luke, how's it going?
There we go. It's going well. You know, I'm excited. We got to see Typhon, a newly minted Master Tier team. I mean, they were certainly pushing the line over back in Season 4, and now, hey, they finally made it. So I'm excited to see what they can do against some really tough matchups today. Vertigo, you know, the old roster of Gravity, and then next up after this is Jesters, one of the top teams as well, who didn't even have to participate in that Master Qualifier tournament. So, you know, some fun matchups for Typhon, but this is where we really get to see their stuff.
Absolutely. This team, again, as you mentioned, primarily branching off from Team Gravity here. Vertigo as a team name in itself, like Vertigo's been around a handful of seasons here in VRML, certainly. But yeah, they're effectively the overdog in a sense, right? They're the team that people will be looking at as kind of the measuring stick this season, because off of the Team Gravity's success as well, they were the back-to-back champions in VRML and the European side of things. So certainly have their work cut out for them for Typhon here, new to the Master Tier.
Yeah, it certainly is, and here we go. Typhon not quite winning that neutral judge, but they will get the recovery, and that slap back is going to be a clear, so it is going to be all the way downfield. It's a race to the disc. It will get picked up by Jax Pie, but they need to hit that shot a little bit lower, as Lowrider will happily pick that up and send it out as the stack tries to recollect.
And they just let's see, blazing by. There's the collection by Andu. Now we saw earlier on as well the match between, the snatch between the stacks as Simon and Lomos here with the disc and back pass it. We saw Blast versus the Arena Wolves in that first round. I mean, Blast was a heavily favored team, but Arena Wolves actually kept it within 1 to 2 goals just about the entire way. Simon there, look at the calm passing plays, Luke. I love to see that. They were pressured and yet not at the same time. They looked like they were running a drill almost.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, you just expect to see that from the squad. Lomos, of course, being Louis Anmo previously. But nevertheless, I mean, this squad is experienced. This squad knows how to play together, and they've played at the top for a very long time, and that is going to be a beautiful little pocket pick. And just like that, Lowrider scores 3 more. What a dime. 5-0, Vertigo.
Now, of note, too, apparently, I might be reversing it here. I think Louis is sick, and Simon may have a damaged arm or something, or the other way around. So, partial nagging injuries and illnesses already weighing on them early in the season, so that could be a factor, but so far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, you get to see players time and time again hit those shots. Lowrider, what a dime. Just doing it again and again every time. But that's what we expect to see from the squad, right? Like, that's that's a great 3. Hit the open net. Congratulations, 15 meters out. But we expect to see that at this level. I mean, this is the top tier. This is Master Tier. You can't leave open nets. You can't leave open nets even at half courts because you expect these players to hit them.
And Twangquan's corrected me there, saying it was, in fact, the opposite way around. So thank you for the clarification. Twang, one of the rostered members, as they'll maybe foster a goal. No, being stunned out, but Simon will still recover. What a handoff. I love it. Over to the cutting player. Nice lead.
Yeah, very nice lead. And, well, that's 2 more. They're just stacking up 13 seconds after that one. But, I mean, look at the way they control it in that replay. Every single player is involved in that play, baiting out a defender. This is Master Tier gameplay, even though it may look like just some nice passing. I mean, that passing is challenging. Don't be fooled, as they do go for a nice little pass there. Now it's an opportunity for Typhon, but that's a long pass. No one is home as they were stunned out. So Lomos is able to get that one upfield to Lowrider. Lowrider going for the mail slot. A little bit low, but the bounce is going to get picked up by Lomos, and Lomos is feeling good. Arms or no. 3 points on, 13-0.
Very nice shot, just as the stun came out. And you see, even though this Vertigo team were in the lead there by double digits already, they were still playing the disciplined defense. When they lost the disc, they still had a guy way in the back line. And you know, in the case where you're up by double digits, you can say, okay, we can let off the pedal, we can get a little bit loose, a little lax. But no, they still play the positioning fine. They're playing as if they were only up by a goal instead of by several.
100%. I mean, and that's what we also expect to see at this level. And from these teams, I mean, Vertigo, obviously a very established roster of players, but also Typhon, I mean, they are looking to prove themselves. And what a back pass, what a back stack, what a back save. You're able to get a hand on that one, as it is going to get slapped back. Upfield, Galti stunned for their efforts, over, slapped across, as it's going to be diving in.
Nice.
Simon stolen, though. Lucid Knight certainly awake, as it is going to be picked up and sent downfield by Jax Pie on the backboard. It's a flat bouncer. Who's there? Does the stack get it? Yes, they do, but they missed the 3, unfortunately, and the pass maybe is good. Do they get 2? One more pass, one more shot, but unfortunately just a little wide.
Some beautiful defense. Lucid now with a couple of saves in the last couple of minutes, but now they got to get back in the defense again, and they do actually recover thanks to the overshoot from Vertigo. Meanwhile, Vertigo, they definitely went on the recovery as well. They completely overlapped that stack, and now they'll shoot that on that attack. It's a 16-point lead, uncontested lowrider, smooth sailing.
Yeah, very smooth sailing, and that's what I'm talking about, those consistent threes, no matter where you are in the arena. If you can see the net, it's going to be a goal. Lowrider, what a shot, 30 meters out, 16-0, 4 points away from the big 2-0, which is a mercy, and they're certainly possible only halfway through this round 1.
Absolutely. And as mentioned in the chat there by Roman of Yerma fame, just saying, trial by fire right away. And pretty aptly put, honestly. It's definitely a case, same with Master Division 2 in NA, right? Where we've seen teams come out of Challenger Cup and such, and then they go facing the likes of Ignite or you know, New York Kings last season, things like that. I mean, Master Division is the best of the best, the top 1%, but certainly the top 1% of those top 1%, such as Vertigo, it's a task and a half trying to combat it.
Yeah, it really is, and I mean, they are looking fierce right now, just absolute control. I want to shout out that headbutt clear that they got stacking back, and that's the thing. I mean, Typhon just missed the hand on the disc. They probably would have got there, but instead they get the goalie stun, and Lowrider gets 3 more, making it 1 point away, 4 minutes on the board.
So, with games like this, I think, I'm not going to speak for the mentality of Typhon in particular, but I know a lot of teams, when I was, I guess, most active, I mean, I've been playing again in recent months, but you know, my prime, I guess you'll call it, a few years back, was a lot of teams still enjoyed, even if it wasn't a close game, you know, playing my team. And you know, I've been told how many times that it was the most helpful in terms of learning exactly what they needed to tune up and some of the gaps in their game, you know, playing teams who are just kind of dominant, basically. And that's exactly what this team and this roster have been. So it is a nice measuring stick to give you a bit of a taste of where you need to be and where you want to fix things.
Yeah, it really is, as it is the 22-0 or another 3. Only 20 of those count. But nevertheless, I mean, a mercy GG, round 1 for Vertigo. But 100%, Pally. I mean, I think that speaks to why it's so important to play more matches, to do challenge matches, to scrim. If you really want to get good, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, because, I mean, the reality is Vertigo has probably played more competitive rounds as a team than almost anybody, right? And that shows. I mean, that's why they're so good. It's not, they don't have any special sauce. They're not, you know, they don't have, I mean, maybe they're a little bit taller, maybe they're a little bit smaller, maybe they're a little bit, you know, more being able to duck more or whatever. You can give any characteristic, but at the end of the day, team play is what wins games. And if you get more games under your belt as a team, as a squad, like these 4 have, you're going to be better. I mean, that's clearly what it is, and I certainly hope Typhon is looking at it that way for an experience to really learn how to improve.
Yeah, and Boop pointing out the secret special sauce, maybe it's Lowrider. Well, 19 of the points. Everyone with plenty of assists on the board too, but yeah, Lowrider nearly all of the points on his own right. So Lowrider absolutely killing it at the moment, as pointed out by Boop there. But yeah, it's go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, like, yes, Lowrider has 19 points and the assist for the only other goal, worth noting. Yeah. But nevertheless, everyone on that squad's assisting each other. Like, even though Lowrider is the striker, Lowrider gets the shots, everyone's participating in the play. So, I mean, that just shows their prowess.
Maybe searching for, Simon points out there, 40-4-2 in Lowrider. So, apparently maybe looking for some records. I can't I believe 46 may be the scoring record, so I don't know. We'll see if they can go for that or not, but certainly on pace to get close. And I believe it's a game with that scoring record over at NA on Ignite. So, hey, if they're looking for that specifically, maybe some scoreboard watching here in this round, depending.
Yeah, depending. It's always fun to see those records.
Oh.
I know last season, in any division, there always can be a record broken. And I don't know if it's a record per se, but as far as this as I can call it, I think we made a YouTube video, the creative team. But we saw 10 points in 90 seconds.
Wow.
In a silver match last season in Season 4. So, anything can happen. So, hey, you know what? Typhon can also turn this one around as, Vertigo is looking to go on the offensive.
And nearly getting a snag, and Low Rider bringing it from the back on the swing through dunk. And continuing that scoring outburst, the torrent, I guess. But it still did take him a full minute of play, so.
It did, but hey, notably, Lowrider got the goal. Simon missed the open net on the backboard. That's okay. Lowrider got the goal. Hey, they're stacking his points. Let's see it happen. As it is going to be Andu now quickly passing over, but just unfortunately just scuffing that a little bit. But they are able to get a slap downfield, but the stacks of Vertigo are just all the way there always. As Sock now clears it over to Simon. Simon ducks one, looks for the long three, but it's a flat bounce. Oh no, going for a little bounce there, but he's going to get the recovery. Slapped mid to Lowrider, and Lowrider getting the two. Maybe they are feeding them because it's 4-0, and Lowrider gets two more.
Yeah, I don't think Simon was kidding. They're going for some scoring records here, at least individually, it would seem. So Lowrider currently, let's see, up to 23. So the MJ numbers there, going for a Jordan game of his own right.
Yeah, he certainly is. Well, it is going to get picked up here by Lowrider. Lowrider looking for the cloud shot. And is he going to hit it? Well, yes, they are. Yes, he is.
Okay.
Lowrider,
Okay.
41 meters out. Man, he's feeling it.
All right, Lowrider putting on a show with a purpose. That said, okay, 26. And the score is starting to come a little bit faster than the first minute. Keep an eye out.
Certainly, as unfortunately that front stack is going to bounce awry, but they do stay together, so they are able to get the back. Lomo slapping it through mid. Not able to get a hand on it first, but it is going to get slapped downfield into the hands of Lowrider, who does have the open three, but elects to not go for it, as there was a little bit of uncertainty. Looking for the cut, waiting, going for the reset. Galti now. Galti looking for the cut back. Lowrider, and on the backboard, getting two more. What a bounce. And adding two to his score, 28.
A quick release and then a spike. That was pretty dirty there from Lowrider. I think at this point, too, if you're on the Typhon team, you're just going to want to, if nothing else, go latch onto his feet. Put two people on Lowrider. At this point, I know if you're Typhon, you're kind of recognizing the fact that it's one guy doing all the damage as, again, a shot from Lowrider. And, maybe you went into this match not expecting that you would win, given, again, this is basically the team that was won the last 3 or 4 seasons in a row under Gravity. But then it's just a matter of pride. It's like, okay, fine, they're going to win the game. Whatever. We're going to prevent what they're trying to do for Lowrider.
No way. No way. What? Lowrider, you're cracked. 34 points. Oh, my goodness. That's a crazy attack.
Unstoppable so far. And just continue what I'm saying. Attach players to him. Because knowing how players' mentalities are, it's like, okay, I'm frustrated I'm losing. It might have been expected given the team, but I'm even more frustrated they're doing this with Lowrider only.
Yeah, and they're just trying to pass to him, I think. Yeah, they are. So now he has the disc, finally getting it cycling through. He's just looking for the dive, maybe looking for the goalie stun, or looking for the reset. There we go. So there is still that disciplined play, even if they are trying to get Lowrider his points, he is going to find them some way, finding that top pocket. What a duck. Getting two more on the board. 17-0, but 36 on the scoreboard.
36. And again, minding you, as we do get a pause here, so hey, freezing out Lowrider if nothing else. Minding you, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's 46 is the scoring record, I want to say, for, put on by Game from Ignite. Someone I'm sure could probably find that on Echopedia or something, but I believe it's 46, just as an FYI.
Well, if it is 46, then Typhon, they need this pause so they can get some 6 points. So Lowrider can maybe reach, but Maybe not. Hey, don't count Typhon out. There is still 5 minutes left, okay? It's uncertain, it's unlikely, but it is possible, especially in this in Master Division.
Yeah, I just want to, if nothing else, see them get some scores on the board. That would definitely be a nice boon for them. Again, Typhon does have a game directly after this as well at the 30-minute mark. So that will be coming up again on this channel against the Jesters, another top team here in EU across seasons. So something to be on the lookout for sure. But yeah, you know, it's tough. It's tough, I know. But like I said, it's a good measuring stick of what they need to do, you know, going forward in the future. And I think they're still, like, defensively, I know Lowrider's gotten a ton of points, but we've seen some saves from them. I've seen some good positioning where they just barely missed an interception on bubble passes and things like that. So they do have positives to work with, for sure.
They do. I mean, some shots, some saves, and I mean, you can't hit all of them, but maybe we will hit one of them right here, right now, after the pause. Get a nice play, get the nice strategy going, and let's see if they can make it go their way. There's a nice bounce. Is going to get picked up, maybe, yes, by Typhon, who is able to go for the quick reset now to Jaxpie. Jaxpie, one more reset to Andu. They're just moving this quickly, clean passing so far to Lucenite. Lucenite looking for the cut, and the save, though. Galti reads those all day, but it is going to get stunned through. Still, the goalie is back, and that is not the pass they were looking for. So just like that, Simon with the reset to Lomos. Oh no. And Lomos wasn't able to get the clear.
Right. Well, so we'll be 2 points on the board, I think. One way or the other. And on that note, shrugging the shoulders, that's all I can do as well on the casting side of things. 17-2. Let's see how they do. My question, was it Lowrider scored that? I don't think it was it?
No, it wasn't. It was Simon. So it does not count, unfortunately, on the board. As that might be 2 more, 3 more.
Wow.
As it is going to get picked up here by Sock. Sock to the reset to Jaxpie. Backpowered. Oh my goodness. What a bounce shot. And they're finding some momentum here. 4 points on the board, 4 in a row.
Look at that replay, too. That was literally a hair's length from bouncing out the opposite way. Look at how it hung a little bit right on the edge of that rim as it was about to go in. So that was not a wide margin, but they got it to go. Nice shot.
Yeah, very nice shot as they are ready to go all the way downfield now. It will be picked up by Typhon, so Jaxpie looking for the clear high as it is going to bounce nice, but into the hands of Typhon it shall go. Lucenite bouncing through, looking for the leap pass, going to get reset by Lowrider. Lowrider going for the long clear. No way, does this bounce in? No, it's really far to the right or left, so it's going one more reset, but that's not going to quite connect with Lowrider. There it is, now it is, and Lowrider looking for the 3, so he's just going to go for the reset pass across opportunity. Going to get picked up by Simon. Simon looking for the cut. You know where it's going, and you know you can read those. Sock does, and Sock knows, as it is going to bounce nice and high. Open net, open 3, but just a little bit high and wide.
That would have been beautiful. I love the defense we saw there, though, from Typhon. Not just on Lowrider, but all the players that were really covering the lanes appropriately and had the right players all crossed off. That said, crossing it off with an X marks the spot on the dot on the shot. It's Lowrider who continues to be hot after all.
Yeah, they came through, and with 2:40 on the clock, 2:30 by the time they get this disc, 7 points is what they need, and it'll be close.
Yeah, the thing is, they're also, I mean, the Mercy situation is also at play too, so indeed, it's going to be tough, but we'll see as Lowrider tries to continue the streak, and indeed, into the goal right above the stunned Andu.
Yeah, so 42, so 4 points according, we'll trust you, we'll trust your word. 46 points is what they need to break if they're trying to break the score. So
42.
Lowrider at 42 needs 4, but only can score 3 right now.
I'll note that 42 was the, as far as I'm aware, the second place record. That was claimed by Ender all the way back in the preseason of VRML, 42 points, and then Game was the one who broke it with 46, I believe in season 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3, and Jaxpie is going to get 2 more. Oh, dearie me, as, well, there's the space, 23-6, and let's see what Lowrider can do.
Not that I'm recommending this, but the chaotic part of me was thinking, what if? You know, never mind. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be promoting, anyways. There would have been. What I'm saying was there would have been a way to easily deny the chance at the record. for Typhon, the last play.
Yes.
Anyways,
yes,
I'm not recommending anything.
know. I hear you. I hear you. I'm on your wavelength. But it doesn't matter because with 1 minute left, Lutonite is going to score 2 more, so 8 points on the board for Typhon.
Yeah. Oh no, not over and over, Newton. I was just saying before the last 2 scores, there was one thing that could have ended that game. Just to throw a little salt in Vertigo's face, you know, like, hey, I don't like what you did. Have this. But
Have
anyway.
this. Well, they have to go their way. They have to move quickly now. 53 seconds. If Lowrider wants this record, he needs to hit these shots. So 42 points, 4 points needs to be scored in the next 45 seconds. Lowrider needs to get 3 more on the board. Bounce shot, no good. So it is going to be a nice little reset there. So they need to score it now, or else there is no time. Simon, though, looking for the cut. You know where it's going. It's a dime to Lowrider, who scores 2. They are a breath away. They need 1 more goal in 30 seconds.
Okay, well, either way, again, unless I'm terribly wrong, Lowrider at the very least will have the second most points as far as historical individual scores. So could tie or take it if he makes a 3. We'll see.
We shall see. They're going for the quick pressure. Not going to find it, but they will find the stun. 9 seconds now. 10 seconds on the clock. The stack is finding each other again. Lowrider and Simon are going for the long clear, but it is going to get picked up. Simon reads it. Long 3. Lowrider! He gets it! He made it! 47 points! No way! The mercy, the win, and the record for Lowrider. Vertigo GG over Typhon. Wow, what a way to end it.
Wow, there was no time on the clock. I can't even believe. Okay, well, a win and a record, like you said, Luke. Crazy.
Wow. 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 I mean, that was a way to finish it. I'm so, like, wow. I have no words. Just, that was incredible, Lowrider. You're cracked. And, well, Typhon gets to run it back because they do have one more game here in just about, it's at 3:30, right? So they still have 15 minutes. So, but man, I mean, Vertigo putting on a show in that one.
Yeah. You know, the hilarious part would be if I'm totally wrong and the record's actually higher. What if it was 40? What if it was 48?
Oh, dude.
Again, I'm an encyclopedia for certain things, but not all the things. I'm fairly sure, though, that that's a record. I can't believe that, just the fact I want to like rewind that later once the stream's over just to see how much time was on the clock. There had to be like a 1/10 of a second.
You know,
left or
I'm gonna do it right now. I can't. I
yeah.
can't.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that said, you know, yeah, 15 minutes till the next match or so for a Typhon against Jesters, and yeah, a tough one for sure. Not necessarily the unexpected results here, with Typhon being the rookie master team in that sense compared to this championship caliber roster we're seeing over on Vertigo's end. But yeah, it's a test for sure. That's kind of the tough. We've seen it in NA as well to some degrees, right? Where, you know, if you're pairing number 1, number 2 seed against maybe 9 or 10, these teams who are new to Master, coming out of Challengers Cups and such.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
0.0009.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
What a way. That's like Hollywood right there, almost.
That's Hollywood
Jeez.
right there. Yeah.
Nuts.
Sorry for cutting off, but yeah, 0.25
Oh,
speed, 0.0009. That's crazy.
It's wild. Well, again, if there's any way to, I guess, claim a scoring record, do it like that. Yeah. I mean, anyway, what I was saying though was just that the tough thing is too, because these teams come in and, you know, get walloped a little bit by the top couple of seeds in Master Division, but then you throw them back in a Challengers Cup, as we've seen many times, and then those same, you know, 9-10 slots of Master, like in NA, struggle at Master, but then they go dominate Challengers Cups, you know? And then EU likewise. EU's been a little bit more volatile in that regard. Like, there has been a lot of switch-ups in Challengers Cups, but just generally speaking, it's very misleading if you're measuring the top 1 or 2% against the rest of the top 1 or 2%. But yeah, throw Typhon back in, you know, into like Diamond and stuff, and they would end up right there at the tip top as well, potentially back into a Challengers Cup and Masters. So it's, you know, it's a very awkward spot to be in, but it's a great spot to learn from, I feel like.
It really is. I mean, you have to. I think the greatest example as of recent is Team, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they were new. They played. they practiced, they were mentored, they were able to break into that elusive division, and now they're a staple. And are they middle of the pack right now? I would say so. Maybe people agree with me, disagree with me, but they were at the bottom last season. And as a result, you work their way up, you stay together. So I mean, Typhon certainly can do that, but man, I mean, I'm blown away by the that game. So wow.
Yeah, just checking out too. Hopefully, hold on. Let's see if I'm not feeling bold enough to test a button I haven't tested in a while. But pulling up the rankings here, it's just kind of looking at the European side. I mean, we have returning teams like not from last season, granted, but still like returning established master teams and such. Jesters, Team Gravity, who I feel like will tend to creep up, if nothing else because of experience alone, will be up in those top few slots. But then the other half of Master here, you got a lot of new faces. That's the thing. So, what might look like a lopsided match now, I mean, you give teams like this a cycle or two or a season or two to be playing at this level, there's almost no choice but to learn from it and get better. And then that's when you see in season 6 or 7 a lot of these teams kind of climbing their way up, and then suddenly you have teams like Typhon, who will be a top seed of a season or two from now. I mean, I've seen that happen several times with a lot of players and a lot of teams across our leagues.
100%. I mean, and that's the way to do it. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. No words.
Okay, and Newton did inform me that the standings were working, so I'll pull that up for you guys right there just so you can look at what I was talking about. And again, minding you, ranks still have a lot of volatility in there, obviously, since it's week 1. But generally, what you're looking for or looking at in terms of teams, there's just a lot of unfamiliarity, and along with the familiarity. So, who knows where this is going?
Who knows? I mean, especially in that challenger ladder, it certainly is going to be very interesting to see those top teams, because a lot of those top teams from season 4 are now in Masters. So, I mean, we have Phantoms, obviously some OGs from many seasons ago came back last season. So I'm really excited. I think there's a lot of new changes and new rosters on the board. So I'm excited to see who is really going to be able to come to the top, and I'm sure we're going to see some new folks as well.
For sure. And that's always the dream. Okay, so we'll have, let's see, another 9 minutes till the next match, so we can take a bit of an intermission here, but we'll keep the stream going because it's not too long until the next one. We'll be finding Typhon once more after a little cool down from this match, going against Jesters. So we will go to an intermission, but I've been Palidore, that's been Luke, and keep a good lookout because it won't be too long till the next one.
Yes.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back again to VR Master League Channel 1. Back in the European scene, we've got Typhon returning along with Jesters now, and again in Master Division, about to have their first stream match of the week. So, back-to-back Typhon matches. Last one, Luke, did not go all too hot for them against, of course, a championship caliber roster there of Vertigo. This one against Jesters, hopefully they've been able to calm it down a little bit over the last 15 minutes of break and seeing if they can get off on the right foot for this match.
Yeah, let's see if they can. I mean, they got a little bit of a break. 15 minutes, that's a long time. That's enough time, really, to really slow it down, reset that mental. We saw them, I assumably put down their headsets for a bit and then suddenly come back and really start to warm up and reset. So let's see how effective that is. Let's see if they can turn it around to get, some more points on the board against this Jesters team. I certainly hope they can. Here we go, round one.
Okay, thanks for joining us. Again, I'm Palidore, and this is Luke casting beside me. And on orange, it's Typhon. Jesters on blue. Neutral joust out and underway. Picked off by Ribbit and cleared into the tunnel as they go to search. And maybe a first three will be bounced off the backboard.
Yeah, bounced off the backboard. Jesters trying to get a hand on it. There's those fast stacks we expect to see from this team. I mean, I love the story of this team. These two teams coming together back in Season 4. I don't even remember who was on which team. I think it was Josh ET and Lockie, unless Josh ET's new. Maybe they did change up a player. I'm not sure. Anyway, I like this team mostly because I like Lockie, and I think Ribbit's cool, mostly because of his name. But anyway, it is going to be moving on the floor now, looking for the pass over. Going to be diving in, but Jack's Pie says no thank you, and is going to try to get that clear, but it's not going to quite be out, just stuck in the tunnel.
Oh, a quick launch, though, and that was potentially accurate. That was very close in that pocket. But a good snag and a save clear out to the trap where Lockie, the aforementioned, of course, fantastic player and fantastic caster at that, who we've heard over the last few days and over the Qualifier Cup. So always great to see the casters go back into the playing end of things, where they've really made their names known in the Master tier especially.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, it's certainly always a pleasure casting with Lockie, but also hearing his opinions. You know, obviously, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about, and always likes to share them very strongly. But hey, half the time he's right. Most of the time he's right. So, you know, a very, very cool dude, a very smart guy. But you have to wonder, oh, Typhon. Yes, Typhon, getting the first two, breaking the silence in this matchup. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, we use silence, I guess, in just a figurative sense because it was really loud in terms of the amount of crashing that was going on in the midfield, right? There were so many turnovers and quick brawls. The disc knocked loose how many times? So it was really either way, 50-50 type of thing where who's actually going to get control first? But nice job starting things off for Typhon, already on the right foot indeed.
Yeah, very much so, but Pagitech now moving in, looking for the low pass, going quickly over the bounce, will connect to Joshy. Joshy up high to Lockie, and Lockie, oh, hits the post and just wide, but it is still going to get picked up by the back line. Ribbit getting pressured now. Quick little high pass in the bubble, going to get floating free, and Lockie, unfortunately, will drop it and lock it and lose it, but that is going to be Typhon looking for the mail, but the mail's not in, as Pagitech says no way, but it's going to get recovered by Lucid. The bounce shot just out and out of the bubble.
And back into the mid lane as well. The stack overshooting will give an opportunity for recovery by Typhon. A bouncer is going to bounce off that back and right back into the wedge as a quick clear is just intercepted by a few different players in the mid line. They have troubles wrangling the disc as well, though. So again, the chaos continued. Neither team able to find too much stability yet in terms of holding onto that disc. And yet again, more discs knocked loose and finally a little bit of spacing here.
Yeah, a little bit of spacing, and Typhon, oh, unfortunately fumbling with it. So it is going to get sent downfield now, but some really disciplined play and a really good recovery there, as it is going to bounce almost into the hands of Jesters, but it won't, and it will get picked up again by Typhon, who looks for the reset. They do get it, but they are a little bit clustered right now. No pass options, so just go for the long three, but it is going to bounce off the Geo unfavorably, as it is going to get picked up by Padgett and sent out.
Now sent towards that station block will be stunned, taken by Sock, and right into the goal. Oh, it bounces in some way, somehow.
I mean, Typhon are feeling good right now, silencing Jesters in this second match of the regular season. Jesters, is this their first match? Yes, it is. So, hey, you know what? They're looking to shake off the rust a bit. You know, I mean, maybe, you know, hey, it
First
takes around. There's stream jitters, exactly. You know, everything's there. They weren't part of Master Tier qualifiers because they qualified. But, I mean, that's showing maybe because Typhon's on fire. 2 more, 7-0.
Absolutely. So, question has been answered on that last match. You know, that Mercy, double Mercy coming in against Vertigo for Typhon just half an hour ago. But if nothing else, if either they calmed down and you know, discuss it over, they feel good again, or it lit a fire. One way or the other, they are absolutely executing wonderfully now after these first few goals.
Yeah, they are, and they're looking for that long three. Not going to connect, and, well, ooh, a little bit of a disco disc there, as that is going to bounce a little low. And a little wide, but a little back into the hands of Jesters, who are happy to send that one around. And there's one more pass, but the stun comes through. Still picked up by Ribbit. Ribbit looking to go back. One more to Blue, and there we go. Breaking the silence. 2 on the board. Jesters coming alive. 5-point game.
Well, that was very nice defense on multiple players from Typhon up until they left Lockie alone there. They stunned him out at the left post right here. But then the defender left completely, and that enabled the pass to an open Lockie for a drive and a pretty nice angle at that to finish from. So that's why defense is hard, though, because you can do 5 different things right, but it's that one miscue that will cost you every time.
Yeah, it really will. And especially at this level, right? At other levels, you know, when you're still warming up the ranks, getting up the ranks, you know, you can make those little mistakes. You can make those, you know, missed passes, and hey, maybe it's not going to get super punished, or maybe not punished that quickly. But at this level, every little mistake will be punished, just like we saw Typhon do early on in this round, and just as we saw Jesters do just a second ago. But nevertheless, even though it may have been a technical pause due to a player dropping, nevertheless, useful to stopping any potential momentum from Jesters here on the side of Typhon.
Yeah, so kind of doubly useful in one way or the other. To chat, what's up? A hydration there from MG Game Dev. Appreciate that. Also, saw your DM. We'll take care of that in a little while. But yeah, thank you for the hydration. and everyone else for stopping by, chatting. Queen Ange again, always happy to see Queen in the chat, which is quite a frequent thing. Twang Pants again from Vertigo, who we just saw a while ago, and as well as Lil Chumpkin. Glad to see you all.
Yeah, it's always great to see the community. I mean, at the end of the day, we get to have some fun. We get to, cast some matches, cast some Echo, win some, lose some, whatever. At the end of the day, thanks for hanging out with us. It wouldn't be the same without you. I know I certainly wouldn't enjoy it as much without you folks hanging out with us and saying hi, hello, how you doing? Hey, we appreciate you being here. If you are new, though, if you're like, hey, what's this crazy game? What's this crazy league? What's all these great people doing? Why is it orange? Why is it blue? Hey, join us. It's Echo VR on the Oculus Store. We'd love to have you, as well as join us on vrmasterleague.com/Echo Arena to learn more. But right back in the action. No rest for the wicked, as they do say. But hey, 5 points up. Typhon is out for blood. Let's see if they can get some, as they do have the just advantage.
All right, here we go, and I think that's the plan, Stan. I mean, Torque, is it not? Did things change? If so, I didn't know. It's going to be here to Suck, and Suck looking up high will drop it off to Lucid Knight. Lucid Knight having it picked off by Pajitech. A great check off of that dive on the goal. Tough angle to finish from for the offense. They're going to lose the handles, though, as it sails one way or the other. Picked by Ribbit. Ribbit trying to squeeze it right through the tunnel, although the block's getting in the way. So, despite the timeout, I'm still seeing a lot of this madness on the floor in terms of the lack of disc control happening on some of these midfield plays.
Yeah, a really, really lot of chaos, as they are going to still be able to get that recovery. So Typhon saying no to any potential offense from Jesters, but unfortunately that's not the clear they were looking for, so it is going to get picked up very quickly here by, Joshy T, who has their teammates flying in, finds the pass, finds the cut, finds the shot, and posted in. What a dimer. 3 point game now.
There was some heat behind that throw, too. A little bit of anger put in by Lockie. And needed to do it, too, in order to squeeze it past the defense. And it perfectly placed, hit the inside ding to find its way in.
Yeah, and there is a pause from Blue now. So now both teams have used their mid-round pause, so there is no longer any mid-round pauses, as they have another player leave. Man, okay. So, I mean, Jesters not having any momentum going in their favor, still able to get that next goal. But, every time they score, they just seem to be having another pause, as we do see some rock, paper, scissors, maybe?
So what I'm seeing here, if I got the image correctly, one of their players' mics wasn't working, therefore they're resetting currently, and everyone in agreement.
Sign language, pal. You only learn it after playing for more than 4 years of Echo. Otherwise, you don't understand it. I didn't even see it. But anyway, nevertheless, all right, cool. Mics are important. It is good to communicate with your team. But man, what a game so far. Huge shout out to Lockie with all 4 points on the side of Jesters. And not really much else. A couple saves here and there, but this is even though the score, was 7-0 for a time, it's a very even game in terms of stats line.
It very much is. Sorry, I'm entertained by the dancing going on. But yeah, this even stat line, of course, a staple of master tier play in terms of if you want to succeed more often than not, you do need everyone being involved in the plays, sharing the disc, and you can't. Aside of Lowrider 30 minutes ago, you can't be relying on one player to do all the scoring more often than not.
Yeah, that is certainly the case. That is certainly true. But hey, you know what? Going back to Lowrider, yes, he got the goals. But, you look at that highlight reel clip play with 0.0005 seconds left. It was only possible because of his team. It was only possible because of the team play that they had. So, hey, you know what? Even if Lockie has all 4 goals or all 4 points, the team play is really what's making and breaking both these teams in order to get some points on the board.
And it looks like we do have the unpause finally about to happen here after a little dance break. So we're back into this round. Very close game. Jester's playing from a little bit behind, but with plenty of time to make a comeback here. I'm more so happy that Typhon has been able to have a strong start. That's the biggest thing, because it would have been easy to be deflated after that not Team Gravity, the Vertigo game. But You know, they've come here and they've executed fairly well. I just want to see out this time out. Again, maybe a little more control from either team. And, oh, they'll take control for that 3 that just misses.
Yeah, it just misses as it is going to get sent high, but wide, as it is maybe going to get picked up here by Jesters. Yes, so they are looking for a 3. If they do get one, they tie this game up and have 7 in a row as well, as they are diving in, looking for the post, but it is, sorry, looking for the goal, but they hit the post, as now it is going to get sent through by Typhon.
And a good bounce could be a setup for a numbers opportunity. There it is, effectively a 2-on-1 in the goal, and off the backboard, oh, the grab, but it still gets the way into the goal somehow. Lockie not happy about it, but certainly Typhon, they are.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Hey, points are points are points are points. And a 5-point game now, 2:30 on the clock. Typhon's looking strong, and certainly not looking to end this one anytime soon. They want to get a W in their second game in Master Tier, or sorry, the third game in Master Tier. So let's see if they can get it, as they do find some defense needed again, as Jesters is moving in downfield, looking for the cut low. It's going to connect just like that. The save! Lucid Knight insane, as they are able to just get that one through mid.
Beautiful job from Lucid Knight. Also had some of those against Vertigo. Great head-on saves, and they try to fly down the sky to maybe capitalize on the opportunity again. There's a rebound, and the setup off the backboard. And because of the positioning, they're able to clean up.
Yeah, they are able to clean up, and I mean, Typhon is feeling good right now. 11-4, 7-point game, 1:40 on the clock. Jesters need to turn on. But again, hey, it's round 1. It's their first round, maybe in a little while. I mean, I'm sure they skirted a little bit, but it is going to get sent through. Just quickly slapped back off the backboard. As that bouncing in. Ho, very close, but unfortunately not quite out. So it is going to get picked up again by Jesters. Jesters sending it across now to Ribbit on the floor. Pump fakes once, not quite finding the pass. So instead it's going to be a turnover, and Lucid Knight is able to get one that pass the back line, and well, back into the hands of Lockie, who does slap it forward. Open 3, but certainly not open 3. So just going to hold that, as they are going to find the pass deep in the bubble. The cut, no, the reset. One more cut maybe, one more pass, one more reset. Just juking, trying to find an option, trying to find some space. There's some space. There's a pass. There's a cut. And no, the steal, as it is going to be Jack's Pie sending that one back downfield.
Again, some aggressive defense providing a turnover. Another setup play. They might have a shot here, but beautiful job by the stack. Lockie and Joshy getting back in a hurry. Then the other stack coming in quickly. Couldn't finish the shot, though. There's a lot of contesting going on. A take back by Joshy T. Paints the top pocket. Drops it. And that is another score, 11-6. But the time just about out, unfortunately.
Yeah, just about out, unfortunately, as, well, there is still time to score 1 or 2 more, but unlikely to be worth it, as it is just going to get sent across now to Sock. Sock across the ceiling. Typhon in just like that. Jesters! You can't count them out with the counterattack, making this a 2-point game. They are coming alive. I'm excited for round 2.
Absolutely. Just cutting it a little closer towards the end, but very well done here on Typhon for rebounding from the Vertigo game in a spectacular fashion. They got started with that first goal, that first 3-pointer goal, and they just kept it on a roll despite the timeouts that were getting in the way here and there and interrupting the flow of gameplay. They were still able to just do what they needed to secure the win. Not an easy thing to do in terms of that mental reset between games, but they look like a different team here.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, Typhon, the mental prowess of these Master Tier teams is sometimes just absolutely incredible. I mean, I don't know, like it just shows how experienced they are. I mean, some time ago, I don't know. Like I see it. I see the experience, you know, kind of going up and more. The more we play in VRML, the more we, you know, experience this game. But I mean, it's incredible. Like from that mercy, a double mercy, you know, a points record. I mean, I'm sure they don't really care about that, but you know, that's just brutal. But coming around and winning round 1 against another really tough opponent is impressive.
Always, and that's why to end the last match, or talking about the whole idea of sometimes top-seeded Master teams versus lower-seeded Master teams. It can be deceiving if you look at the score lines for some of those, because you're still talking about the top 1 to 2% of Echo Arena, and now you're seeing why. Typhon, yeah, they got blown out by Vertigo in a couple rounds, but they absolutely stamped their name in the match in that first round here against the Jesters, who is indeed a returning Master team from last season.
Yeah, they certainly are. One of the two teams who were able to get that bye bye round of not having to qualify in the Master Tier qualifier open tournament for Season 5. So, hey, they are certainly a force to be reckoned with, and Typhon is reckoning with them as they are going to be on the offensive again. But Jesters read that ribbit, looking for the long clear, looking for maybe the Kung, but it is going to get picked up here by Pagitek. Pagitek looks for the back pass, finds the top pocket instead, and just like that, 2 on the board for Jesters.
Looks like Lucid Knight in the goal there also got a bit caught up, couldn't actually find the grab to put themselves in position to make that save. So Pagitek just doing a good job to recognize the fact that, hey, that goal is in the goal, but way out of position, and secured that top angle between the 2 pockets.
Yeah, between the 2 pockets for sure, as that's going to go all the way down the field. That may have been in if the stack wasn't back there. And I mean, just shots like that, clears like that, show why these Master Tier teams are so potent and so effective, is that everything has potential. And just like that, there's some potential for the side pass to Ribbit. One more pass back, but unfortunately a bit of miscommunication. So it is going to get turned over, and Typhon is able to get that clear.
Now delaying the stacks wonderfully. I believe that was Joshi there. So this is going to open things up for Lucid to get the 2. But shout out completely to that midfield brawl coming in. Again, I think it was Joshi to just enable that entire open avenue to develop.
Yeah, I mean, the patience from Typhon. They, hey, maybe as you say, they during that break, they talked about it. They talked about what they learned, where they highlighted their weaknesses playing against that Vertigo squad. Very experienced, but also a lot to learn, a lot to take away from. And I hope they walk that back, because they have found that stack, and just like that, they're in the lead by 3.
Also, to correct myself, sorry, other J, not Joshi. I meant Jax Pie. Just to clarify. But a good shot there coming in again to an exposed goal. And Andu now getting on the board. So this is still, as of now, looking similar. Not looking like a fluke type of round. I know people in the chat calling Jesters saying maybe they're not looking like their normal selves. They're not looking quite on their game. They just needed the warm-up round. But so far, so good in terms of Typhon continuing to trade blows and just compete really well as they cause another turnover.
Yeah, they do cause another turnover, as that is not going to quite get picked up just yet. As it is a scramble for this disc. Typhon, nice pass in the bubble. It's a 1-on-1, and posted out. That is so rough when it happens, and that clear isn't quite out either. So it is going to get re-picked up by Andu, who feels empowered, but the stun will come through. And just like that, the clear downfield. But huge shout out to Palidore and Newtondat on those overlays. Pray for happiness. They have made it happen. So it does look very good. I think it's sweet, but if you do have any feedback, let us know in chat. We'll love to hear about it. There will be future iterations, in the next coming weeks. So, keep an eye out and let's see. Tell us your opinion. We'd love to know. But the opinion of Typhon is that they need to win, and they need to score, and they're going to put on 2 more just like that, up by 5, 7-2.
So impressive. They continue their hot streak here across the rounds. They're up again by a couple goals, looking good. Jesters have yet to find their stride. And yeah, again, thank you to Pray for Happiness. First time chatter as well, I noticed. So welcome to VRML, and glad you can join us. Hopefully you like what you see. And if you do, give us a follow on across our channels. You can find the link to 2-on-3 in the video player below, as we do stream just about every day, and will be for the next few months of the season. So glad you can join. And yeah, keep in mind these overlays are first revision, first edition, and now the vision on the shot, just missing. They could have pushed up even more, but loose into the midfield.
To the midfield now. A long 3, no way to fade away. A little bit wide, but it is going to get sent right back where it came from, and it is not going to get picked up by Typhon immediately, but they are going to go for the immediate reshot, as it is going to get picked up, but no open 3. As it is going to be diving in, and just like that, 2 more. Jax Pie up 7. 5 minutes on the clock.
And they continue. Even though they missed a couple opportunities there on some exposed goals, the fadeaway shot's always a tough one to hit unless you have a good rhythm going. They still got the disc back 2, 3, 4 times in that midfield. Unsuccessful were the Jesters clears, and ultimately punished for it.
Yeah, very punished for it. And I agree with you, Today. I mean, Typhon is looking really sharp and really focused right now. And just absolutely disrupting all the style, all the ideas of Jesters as there's another open net. And there's another 2 points. And just like that, 5 minutes on the clock, 9 points up again. No pauses remaining, as both teams did use them in the previous round. So, I mean, 9 points, 5 minutes. Let's see.
Wow, 11-2. They are more hot than they were in the first round. I can't say I was expecting this either. I was expecting a competitive match for sure, but I mean, look at them. They are locked and loaded. Another turnover they cause here. So an exposed goal. There's a few players splitting off on the stacks. They're going to get there right as it's snagged by Ribbit. Ribbit trying to clear it towards that wedge and actually does find a teammate. And another pass to Pajatek. They need this. Can they get it? It's a little off. And a shot just as well. Snagged, cleared, ricocheted right back into the bubble, and cleared again to the left lane. And they are holding strong for Typhon.
They are holding strong. Jesters, though, still having time. 9 points. They just need a 3. A couple of them, a few of them, but that's going to be a read. Sock. Oh, my goodness. As that is just going to be picked up again by Typhon. Again, bouncing off the ceiling. Again, picked up by Sock, but immediately stunned, so that isn't going to go through. Jesters have the open 3 now. They need to hit these all day, but they don't have the opportunity. Jax Pie diving in like lightning, and just like that, it is going to go all the way downfield, all the way to the open net, and all the way to more points for Sock, for Typhon, and for the board. They're up by 11 now. Wow.
My goodness, everything is going Typhon's way. Even an open goal on the other end being shot by the Jesters. Looked open, no it wasn't, it was closed off. The defense gets back in time. They get the right clear, they get the stacks, and they are on a fast track for a victory here. If Jesters cannot find a little bit of juice for that battery here soon, another turnover.
Yeah, another turnover, another offensive option, another bounce that this time they can't quite get a hand on. Although they do get a leech, it is not going to be a good reset, but the stack again is back, but they do break away. It's an open 3, and they hit those all day. Jesters making this a reach, within reach, an 8-point game. Here we go.
Such a crucial goal there, hit once again by Pajatek. The lone 2 goals thus far for the Jesters in round 2. Needed it, got it, 2:45 remaining.
Yeah, 2:45, and well, Jesters, they need to come alive right now. They need a round 3, because if they don't, then GG. No resets, no redos, no recoveries until next time, as it is going to get sent downfield, and Jesters will pick that up on the back line. As now it is going to be Paja. Paja looking for the clear. Is going to go through, all the way through. A high bounce, unfortunately not going to get picked up by the Paja themselves, but maybe it will now, as there is a scramble, but everyone's kind of clustering, and as a result, Typhon will just punish with some disciplined play and get that one all the way downfield. No way does that bounce in. No, it doesn't, but it will bounce into the hands of Lucid Knight with an open 3. Oh, but not quite finding the back of the net, as it is going to be Jax. Jax, one more pass back, and, well, one more goal. 15-5, 10-point game.
They are going mental in this round, absolutely crushing it, and do another score for them. Up to what, 9 points to lead the way on the team, but we talk about the team play and how much it matters at the highest levels of play. Look, Jax, 5 assists, 1 assist for Sock, Lucid Knight with a pair. That's what you love to see on that stat board more than anything, is everyone getting involved.
Yeah, you love to see everyone getting involved, and that's exactly how Typhon is playing right now. They're playing as a team, and it shows. I mean, they've been together for many, many seasons, and hey, well, Jesters have been around the block. You know, Pajatek and Ribbit, you know, coming from Ribbit, the team formerly known as Ribbit, Lockie and Joshy T, you know, being otherwise. But I mean, the team play, the chemistry of Typhon is just insane. I mean, look at that save. Look at that clear. Look at that bounce. That's almost in, as they are going to fly downfield, but unfortunately the stun will come through for Typhon. Sorry, for Jesters. So as a result, Jesters will get that pass upfield. And 50 seconds now. I mean, there is no time left, but they're certainly hungry for more points.
And with how they've been doing, they just might still get it yet. I mean, the defense has been working out fantastically. They've gotten so many saves. As I curse that one, but they've gotten so many great saves. They've had faster stacks, generally speaking. They're able to cause a lot of trouble in midfield where Jesters were not able to clear, and it was just resulting in a lot of extra possession time for Typhon. Basically, this last hour of streams, we started with Vertigo versus Typhon, double mercy, Typhon loss. Now you have them going against another returning master team from last season in the Jesters, and one of the top ones for that matter. as they stamp another one home. They've scored 17 points in them in this round. They've took 2 pretty decisive rounds over them, although round 1 was decided by 2 points. They were still in control and in the lead, basically start to finish. Jekyll and Hyde stream, but this is why Master Tier is a tier to watch, because you get games and results like this. Underdogs win. Typhon, take it away.
Yeah, they do, and in stylish times as well. Huge shout out to Typhon, because if you weren't here the entire time, they got double mercied by Vertigo, turning it around and taking it in 2 against Jesters. 2 incredibly tough matchups, and I mean, hey, they pulled through on one of them. Now 2-1 on the season, so Typhon is feeling good, and yes. That's the other thing I was going to say, Django Dash, is congratulations to MG Game Dev, because, hey, we don't support betting here, but there are channel points, and MG Game Dev put 10 points on Typhon. He was the only person, and all you folks who put 20k points down on Jesters, rip.
Rip. Well, so the story goes sometimes. Man, oh man. Just insanity. But like I said, the good kind of insanity, because you like that unpredictability when it comes to the predictions. And yeah, that was quite the performance. So welcome to Master Tier Typhon. Splitting the difference on their record, I think I will take that gladly. Now they have a lot of positive things to watch in these VODs. But yeah, and like as for Jesters, I think it'll be just fine. I know maybe it's just kind of warming up into the season. Lack of scrims, as someone mentioned, could be the case. But based on historics, I think they should be just fine in their own right.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is early season. Everyone's warming up. I know Lockie said he didn't scrim as much as they wanted to in the off season. So hey, early days, early streams, and this is just week 1. This is just the beginning. So I'm excited to see where Master Tier goes. But that is it for today for all the EU Master Tier matches. But we will be back a little bit later. I'll be back with Newton Dad in just about 2 hours on the same channel, casting some NA matches. So make sure you stay tuned. But man, some fun EU matches here on week 1.
All right, and a quick shout out to Ender. Thank you, Senpai, for liking the overlays. Now I'm finally. Let me tell you how many seasons Ender's been poking me, and not in a bad way, just saying like, okay, get faster minimap, improve the minimap, and then I did that. And it's like, okay, get the team names back in the video, improve the overlay. You got it. The fact that I made Ender satisfied with overlays, it's like, I've done it. I'm the champion now. Give me your trophy, Ender. Thank you for that. Also, Glass. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Thanks for joining, too. Stefo and Pikachu, Game Dev, Django, and Antbutt, Boop, Game Techie, Simon, Happy, Twang Pants, all you guys, Queen Ange, thank you for joining. It's been a great time. I've been Palidore, that's been Luke, and again, as he said, tune in for NA later. But until then, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be Newton Dad. And we'll see you again real soon. VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.